gentlemen, we are going to talk about Wakanda Forever. 11/11/22 it drops, and they just dropped the trailer on the 23rd. And let me tell you something. Since July 23rd, it has gotten 36.5 million views on Twitter. On YouTube, let's see what, because I know on YouTube, when I looked at it, it was just like 893,000 million, 5,000. It has 24 million views in 3 days on YouTube.
I mean, most Marvel movies do numbers like that, no?
No. They do crazy numbers, but Black Panther has surpassed regular Marvel movie numbers the first time around, and I'm assuming it'll happen again.
This joint was crazy. Who wants to go first?
In terms of what, like just reacting to it?
Because obviously, when it came out, we our pre-pro, we was going back and forth in our chats.
I feel like you guys hold the more emotional side of things, so I'll let you guys take it away.
I know this is a serious topic, too, so yeah, I'll let the the newly found Gen Xer take this one away.
Okay, well, first
notice
of
she's
all,
the only one out here in her queenly and princely robes.
I do that for a reason, you know. But okay, so number one, the trailer was it was just regal. That was number one. Number two, it shows you the dopeness of my man Ryan Coogler. Number three, as I stated in our chat, No Woman, No Cry is my all-time favorite Robert Nesta song. And that mixed in with the Kendrick, We Gonna Be All Right.
Wait. For the people who don't know, by Robert Nesta, she means Bob Marley.
I was gonna say that too.
Oh, I'm sorry. I don't know why I always call him Robert Nesta. Like
y'all family and stuff.
I know, like Robert Nesta. That's my favorite Bob Marley song. And the All Right Kendrick Lamar mix was like genius. It was just like the joint was like, it was just like, like the Italians, it was like one of them things. When I heard it, I kept playing the joint over and over again. And like Angela Bassett's one line where she says, I've given my country like everything. Have I not given everything to my country? And like, I felt that because it was twofold. Because she was talking about Wakanda, but it's also synonymous to what we have given to this country. You know what I'm saying? So it was just like they were talking about Wakanda, but when they were saying we gonna be all right, I know that they were also talking to us in these United States as well. And it was a message inside of the trailer, even though it was a movie and it was supposed to be a superhero Marvel movie. It was so many like hidden gems within the trailer that was just like, yo, this joint was giving me goosebumps. Even though I'm talking about it now, like I'm getting goosebumps. Like it was so, like, it was almost I don't want to say holy, but it had like a holy feel to it. Like I felt like the anointing in the doggone trailer. You know what I'm saying? That's how good the trailer was. Like I felt like I needed to lift my hands in praise. You understand what I'm saying? That's how I felt in the trailer, if I can say. You know what I'm saying? I felt a unction in my spirit.
I feel you.
Now I'm gonna go to the Comic-Con, but I'll go to that after. Y'all give y'all opinions about the trailer.
I guess I'm up next. All right, so I thought the trailer was super dope. I didn't know where they were gonna go with it, but I thought I don't know. It's just one of those things where like Ryan just seems to get it right. Like it's very weird that somebody's just like, "Hey, we got to do this right," and it's like he just like I felt after the trailer was over. I was like, I don't need to see another trailer. I can just wait for the movie. Like I didn't need to see anything. Like that was enough. They can run that trailer from now until November 11th. I'm good with it. I don't need to see anything else. That trailer gave me everything I need. I am good. But then so I'm a super nerd. All right. So all of like the Wakanda writing and the symbols that were on the thing. So I go to type Wakanda and I definitely decoded all of those messages. So yeah, I just thought it was dope. Cause I'd be like, I don't know what all this stuff means. So I had to go in there and start decoding and like I had to go in letter by letter to figure out what everything was. But it was like it was fire. And then in the beginning, like with the
means?
Okay. So let me
I was about to say, we gonna get a tutorial?
All right, so let's see. And what's the first one? So when they're like, I guess I'm just gonna take it. I just felt like it was a eulogy and like a celebration of life in the beginning. Because if I'm not mistaken, before I get to that, the Black Panther is supposed to die. I believe it was written in the script that he was going to die.
Well, it started off with Lupita's character at the water, and they're saying "No woman, no cry." That's when it starts. But then remember, "No woman, no cry." So it's saying, "Don't cry, don't cry," and then it goes on. You remember the end of the song, the hook, everything's going to be all right.
Yeah. So before, well, let me rewind. So in their script, I read this. I don't know if this is 100% true. I'm just telling you what I read. So the script was supposed to have the Black Panther die of cancer, the original script. That's how he was going to die. Mm-hmm. So then it was kind of just like, damn, like that kind of actually happened.
Yeah, vibranium can cure everything but cancer.
But that. And so like what I kind of got from it is like, if you remember, like if you saw like the Spider-Man, I think it was Far From Home, when he was sitting outside on the roof and there was that huge mural of Iron Man next to him and he was kind of just talking to it. Like it kind of had that feel, but the difference was he's actually gone. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Like it had that same like, damn, they really killed Iron Man. But in this one, it was just like, I'm not even thinking like the Black Panther died. I'm really thinking like, damn, like Chadwick Boseman's really like gone. Like it felt real. Like it almost didn't even feel like it was a celebration of like the Black Panther. It was just like, nah, that's for him. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? So that part of it was super dope. So when they were inside and as it's going to, like it says, "No woman, no cry," she's on the beach. And then it shows, I think it's Okoye who walks out with the red. And then like they're standing at the thing and then they bang their staffs or whatever. Mm-hmm. And then it has all those symbols on the wall. Mm-hmm. So the symbols on the wall say, I think it says T'Challa. I'd have to turn around and pull up my computer. I think it says T'Challa forever in honor or something like that. And then when it shows his face and he has all those other symbols around him, that one says the Panther King lives forever in us. Mm. But yeah, I thought it was super dope. But yeah, I think the first one, it's like T'Challa forever. It's like T'Challa forever in honor or something like that.
That's what's up.
It was fire. I mean, the trailer gave me everything I needed. I'm good. I don't need anything else. I almost don't even want to see anything else. But that part where they were all in white and then he took the shot from the top down and it said like Marvel Studios and she was walking with the Panther helmet. I was just like, oh, because at first I didn't even notice it, like, because I've watched the trailer a ton of times, and it took me like the third time where like I paused and I was just like, oh snap, she's holding the Panther helmet. And I was like, damn.
You ever just look down at your skin and be like, ooh.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I was like, that joint felt like, because you know, like you can tell when people are acting and like you can see pain or whatever, like their faces look genuinely sad. Like it didn't even feel like they were acting. It was just like, this is the release we needed.
Yeah.
And then like even with the Kendrick, even as it shifted from like everything's gonna be all right from Thames to Kendrick Lamar, I was like, it was perfect because it was kind of like, I thought like at the Comic-Con when Ryan was talking about it, he was like, you know, we paid homage to the homie, you know what I'm saying? Like this was for him, it was about him, but you know, he wanted us to keep this thing moving. So we definitely kept it moving. And it was kind of just like, you felt that like, word, like,
yeah,
we don't, like if they can keep it moving, then we gonna keep it moving.
Yeah. But you could tell that Shuri's the girl that what's I think her name is
Wright or something?
Letitia. Yeah, that she was struggling at Comic-Con.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I peeped that too.
Yeah. Chris, you want to go?
Yeah. I mean, like I said, y'all already spoke to the emotional aspects of it, so I'm not going to really regurgitate any of those sentiments, especially because the obvious elements of the trailer were, you know what I'm saying, the celebratory and mourning facets of, you know, the movie in terms of it being a tribute to Chadwick. But from an objective standpoint, I haven't really been looking forward to Marvel releases, mainly because the last few movies that came out were garbage, especially because they kind of just are feeding into fanfare as opposed to making quality movies. Like after the last that Avengers movie, Endgame, yeah, I feel like that was the end of an era of quality Marvel movies. Like you always get a fire trailer from a Marvel movie, but in terms of like the movie being good, but hopefully because it's Ryan Coogler and you know it's the Black Panther or part of the Black Panther trilogy, it'll be.
I was about to cut your mic off, but
quality, but yeah.
So did you see Thor?
No, and I have no desire to see Thor.
It was actually really good. It was funny. It was really funny.
That's the problem.
It was good in regards to action, but it was also funny.
Yeah.
I mean, I know that he can't play Iron Man forever, but I was just upset that they killed off Iron Man. Like Iron Man made the Avengers series to me, but that's another topic for another day. I know Robert Downey Jr. could not continue playing Iron Man in his 70s or 60s, but that brother is Iron Man. He bodied Iron Man in every way, shape, form. His comedic timing, his wit, like everything about him said Iron Man. And the fact that they killed him off.
So we about to get another one.
Another what?
Another Iron Man.
Oh yeah, I literally just finished watching a bit. For you on that.
Who?
Might be Gwyneth Paltrow.
No. In Wakanda. Riri Williams. She's Ironheart.
Riri Williams? Because I was about to go through the new characters for Wakanda Forever. So let's go to Comic-Con. Number one, Comic-Con is obviously a huge deal for the superhero comic book buffs, you know, the Marvel buffs, the you know, that type of
Yeah.
you know, that lane. People that enjoy that lane. But the fact that they came out with Baba Mar singing in his native tongue, and then you had Brother with the talking drum, and then they went up to the stage and they had a full on drum session with doing dances that I have done since I was we hired to a grasshopper, and most of the people in that audience did not look like me, but they was all yelling and screaming and yeah, being open and being shown culture that is ours. You know what I'm saying? That did something for me. You know? That really did something for me.
Yeah, I actually saw. So I watched the Comic-Con, I guess, presentation after the trailer.
Uh-huh.
And I came away from it similar to how I came away from the trailer. Like, I felt like it was not only like obviously a celebration of Chadwick, but it felt like a celebration of just Black people, even more so than like that trailer was blackety black. And the thing that I actually loved too was when they were doing the when Thames' version of the song was still playing, and then they were doing like the water birth. Mm-hmm. I was like, this is Black people, like to the core, like this is Africa. Now, obviously, like, you know, well, the viewers don't know, but you know, we've been going back and forth with this African thing. And, at least I have, you know, in the comments. But to what I was trying to say to those who, you know, and who I'm talking about, and if you see this,
shout out to our viewers that comment. Word. We love reading your comments.
So this is kind of what I was talking about. Like, people literally, like regular Black folks in America, and all, like, people were like, yo, Wakanda's a real place. Where in Africa is that? People thought that. Like, people really was just like, yo, where is Wakanda? Like, it's not real. But just to see it, like, yo,
that's that front hand, back end.
You know what I'm saying? Like, when you see it, and it's just like, yo, that is us for real. So as I was kind of going back and forth with people in the comments, this is what I was talking about. Like, going somewhere where it's like, that's us. Not trying to build your own in a white man's land, because we did try that and them niggas burned it down. But going somewhere where it's like, yo, that's us. It's a Black-owned country, continent, whatever. Like, this is us. This is how we move. Like, the water birth, the love, the celebration, everything. Like, this is us in our element at our best or whatever. And so that's just all I was saying with that. But I came away from it feeling like, or like, there's certain moments where you kind of see stuff and it makes you feel like, yeah, I'm Black. And like, this was one of those moments.
It makes you want to have this type of thing all the time. Like, yeah. If you know what I'm saying, if you had this every day, you know what I'm saying, and it's not, you can't have a Comic-Con every day or a trailer every day, but if you had, you know, these visuals every day on TV or in your communities that show people that this is what you look like, this is what you do, you know, this is who you are, show them who you are, you know what I'm saying, all the time, then if you see that all the time, you're not so quick to be ready to do something to your brother that's going to hurt your brother. You know what I'm saying? You're not so quick to, you know what I mean? And you already know where I'm going with what I'm saying. But when you have visuals like this, when you have visuals like a Black is King, you're not so quick to do the opposite of what you see.
Yeah, and I think it also changes the way, you know, other cultures see us. what I'm saying? Because it's like the conditioning that you're so used to seeing is like when you see something that's also like powerful and extremely effective, it can kind of break, it kind of, can break that little chain of just years long conditioning that people have. So, I mean, I like it.
From the first motion picture ever, from Birth of a Nation with D.W. Griffith, from the first motion picture up until today, they have been showing us in a negative light, darky that is going after your white women with the blonde hair, blue eyes, over sexualized, eating chicken and watermelon, and violent and vulgar. And this is what they've shown from then up until now. And that's the visuals that they show of us. And that's what everybody thinks of us. And before the first motion picture, it was in the papers. So we got to counteract that with something.
Yeah, and I think this is outside of the first Black Panther. I thought that was great, and there's obviously been movies that have done that, but I don't think anything has been as effective as Black Panther. Like, just
you had little white kids saying, "I want to be black."
Yeah, no, it's crazy. It's crazy. Like, I've just speaking to people, majority of them, if not all of them, white. It's been like, yo. It's crazy. Like it was, and to them it was like it was so beautiful and majestic. Like I've never seen anything like this. And I was like, man, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? But it was just like, that's what you wanted to do, was to just give you like a real sense of pride. And then one of the things that I thought that I don't know if people caught it, but I loved it, was in pretty much every movie, America is always referred to as the most powerful nation. So when she says it and she's like, I am the queen of the most powerful nation, forget all the other stuff. I was like, the fact that she's saying the most powerful nation in the world, I was just like, people don't even realize what that means. So I was just like, burr.
She did a draw 4, draw 2, skip, reverse.
I was just like, that's mad bold. And I'm sure there's people who might not like that, but I was just like, that's mad bold and I like it. Like, that's,
oh well.
You know what I'm saying? It's real. Like, I was just like, that's dope. Because I've never watched a movie where any country outside of America was referred to as the most powerful nation. So to be in Africa, you know what I'm saying, led by Black people, and she's like, I'm the queen of the most powerful nation in the world. And my entire family's gone. Like, I've given y'all everything. It's just like, this is leadership. Like, this is the sound and the look of leadership. Granted, it's a movie and I get it, but it's things that you can draw from and just, you can see, like,
regardless, it's still Angela.
Yeah, without question.
It's Angela.
I do feel like the movie lends itself to, or is part of rather, a larger movement. That's, I don't even want to say movement, but I do feel like there's been like a rebirth of like a Black art renaissance kind of within the last maybe 5, maybe 10 years. But you have to kind of contextualize it and kind of realize that renaissances usually happen within the face of controversy. And, you know, being that we've been at the pinnacle of, you know what I'm saying, the whole Black Lives Matter movement, and, you know what I'm saying, just government corruption and, you know, open racism in terms of, you know, society and whatnot. The acceptance of Black art and Black entertainment within, you know what I'm saying, other facets of society that we've seen so far has been ridiculous and something that we haven't seen before. Like these companies, you know what I'm saying, promoting or being pro Black Lives Matter or whatever in terms of, or after these incidents that have happened within, you know, the news. Or if that makes sense. Am I making sense?
Yeah. I'm hoping that, you know, by more movies coming out and them seeing that there can be an all Black or a majority Black cast, and that it can create or can do numbers, big numbers worldwide, and, you know, and that people want to see it. People want to, people want to watch it. People want to know their stories and stuff like that. Like we can draw numbers. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't have to be the blonde hair, the blue eye, or the, and it doesn't have to be about slavery in order to sell tickets. You know what I mean?
Isn't Black Panther Marvel's #1 grossing movie?
I don't think so.
I don't know. I think it's Avengers. I think it's one of the Avengers.
Would put Avengers above it, yeah. I don't think it's the number. I think it's up there for sure.
Yeah, I know.
It's in the top 5.
The first one I know it was a phenomenon within itself. Like the fact that, because we acted a fool with the first one, the way we went to the movie theaters. we had no chill. We had no chill.
Marvel related.
Like people was in the theaters literally dressed like they were from Wakanda.
Yeah. We did Coming to America. We did themes going to the theaters. Like we did the whole, like we dressed up going to the theaters. Like I had on my little garb. Winky had on his little garb. Everybody had on garbs to go. Head wrap, everything. We was not playing. We came to slay. We did not come to play. And we sat right in them chairs, like the royalty that we were, and ate our popcorn and watched the entire movie and took pictures in front of the life-size standees in the lobby. Yes, we did.
But you see how after that, how Disney emphasized the whole diversity thing in terms of the superhero thing.
Because they saw.
Shang-Chi, you know what I'm saying? The Shang-Chi, the Eternals, where they had the deaf, the LGBTQ, whatever. They went hard in terms of seeing how these communities that weren't even Marvel related will reach out to these movies once they see that there's representation. Because with Black Panther, there were audiences that the movie garnered that weren't even Marvel related, like people that were just interested in, oh, this is a black superhero.
Yeah, you had people, grandmas that never saw any Marvel. They didn't know nothing about no Iron Man, no Thor, no nobody. They just knew a Black Panther. They thought it was they thought it was the people from Oakland, California. They thought it was the Black Panther Party. They didn't know what they was coming to see. They just thought that it was something. They was like, we going to see the Black Panther.
But to be fair, let's shout out the names that have been doing this before Black Panther even came out, though, like the Luke Cages in terms of the producers, and you know what I'm saying, the people that were instrumental in those shows, you know what I'm saying, representing that side of, Black culture.
Okay,
so the show with the DC one, Black Lightning.
Black Lightning.
Yeah. Was that The Rock? Isn't that? No, he's supposed to be Black Adam or something like that.
No. It's a show.
No, Black Lightning is on WB.
Yeah, it's DC, but it's
The Rock has a movie coming out, right?
Yeah, unfortunately, but
The Rock and Kevin Hart. That
he's supposed to be a DC superhero.
Oh, I didn't know about that one. I know they're doing a pet one that's coming out.
He's gonna play
the
Rock
Super Pets.
Every movie that he's in.
Yeah, I didn't know about it.
I bet money on it that he gives somebody the people's elbow in that movie. I put money on it. I guarantee. They're gonna try to fit that in there somewhere.
So, quick side note. So, Black Panther is the 3rd highest grossing film domestically of all time. Not just Marvel, just like ever.
What's the first two, Titanic and Avatar?
Believe so.
That makes me so proud. That makes me so proud. You know what I'm saying? And the fact, and I'm sorry to keep going back there, but the fact that this chick in Bank of America said that she felt threatened.
You gotta let that go, man.
Nah, B, no. Cause she could have got my man Ryan killed.
This is supposed to be celebratory.
Where is she now? They need to do a where are they now update, because I want to know where this heifer is. She talk about she felt threatened. She felt her life was in danger. Meanwhile, Ryan over here producing greatness. He out here producing greatness. And he just is humble. As my big brother said, that's the humble brain gumbo. He over here humble. he just, producing greatness.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
It's unfortunate.
I'm sorry. And he couldn't even go. Well, how much did he want to get out? What is it, 10,000?
Yeah, I thought it was 12.
$12,000. Listen, Ryan has done a great thing for the MCU, and I'm excited for 11/11/22.
People. 11/11/22. No.
Well, this is interesting.
What?
Math. Okay.
No, so we got the top 10 highest grossing movies at domestic box office. Number 1, Star Wars: The Force Awakens.
That movie was garbage.
936 million. Avengers Endgame number 2, 858.
Also not the best movie.
This is an updated list. Spider-Man number 3, Spider-Man No Way Home, 804. Avatar number 4, 760. Black Panther number 5, 700. Titanic's all the way down to number 7. Top Gun number 9.
Which
The recent one?
I think this is the second one. Yeah, as of July 25th. Yeah.
Okay.
I didn't know Spider-Man.
Titanic is still in the top 10 after all these years is ridiculous.
Yeah, it's
near far, wherever you are.
That's impressive.
I didn't know. You know what? Spider-Man No Way Home actually probably did as good as it did because that was after they killed Tony Stark. So I know a lot of people were interested in that. Also, it was a good movie.
See what was going on.
Yeah.
Nah, No Way Home had the hype that it had because all 3 Spider-Men were in it. It had nothing to do with Tony Stark.
No Way Home was all 3 Spider-Man?
What do you mean all 3 Spider-Man?
Wait, No Way Home was all 3?
No Way Home was all 3 Spider-Man.
Okay, yeah. But nobody knew that.
Yeah, they did.
You knew that they were all 3 were going to be in it?
That was all that everybody was talking about.
Oh, I didn't know that. That was a pleasant surprise for me.
Yeah, that's all the hype was around. Everybody knew they was going to be in there.
Nice.
Okay.
Because the Tobey Maguire Spider-Man was in there. Andrew Garfield Spider-Man was in there. And Tom Holland Spider-Man.
All right, people. So on 11/11, let's get out here and break some records.
Let's go out here and break some records.
It's going to be broken. Some records going to be broken.
I'm excited.
Yeah, me too. That trailer was incredibly sad, yet incredibly pleasing at the same time.
It was homage to our boy Chadwick. Like Ryan said at Comic-Con, he feels his hand on him. He felt his hand on him even then. It very tragic, the fact that we lost him so early on in his life. But you know what? It's always the good ones. And it be the ones that be kicking up dust, that be just evil as I don't know what, that be living to like 118.
There's gotta be like a philosophy on that or something.
I don't know. I'm just like, why always the good ones be going mad young? The evil ones be like 272. You be thinking they going, nope. It was a false alarm. Nigga, you still here? No, you ain't go yet.
So
the
new characters.
Yes, new characters. So we got Namora.
Namor.
Well, no, Namora is.
No, Namora is.
I think she's his cousin or something, or some type of. I can't remember what she is, but yeah.
Namora is Namor's cousin.
Yeah, something like that.
Okay.
They're related in some way. I don't know. People of Atlantis.
Atuma. Aneka.
Sounds like you're saying body parts in another language.
A tumor. It is not a tumor. Riri Williams, we already discussed her, and Namor.
To be honest, I'm most looking forward to Namor and Riri Williams.
Why come?
Well, because Riri Williams she is basically like she's like Shuri, super genius kid, super smart, whatever. But she's also like, if I'm not mistaken, like heavily influenced. Like she loved Iron Man, so she pretty much takes Iron Man's suit and pretty much Wakanda's that thing out. Like, this is what he did. I'm about to make this joint even better.
Okay.
And then
that's hard.
She comes up being Ironheart.
That's when she brought out the heart and.
Oh yeah,
that's tough. Okay, that's pretty on the nose in terms of.
And then Namor, I'm just looking forward to see how that whole, cause like, it makes like, I like going back and watching stuff and looking at stuff and trying to figure it out because it starts to make sense. So, Atlantis is, you know, the underground world or whatever, and also because my wife is like a comic book freak too, so, you know.
Is she?
Yeah. So Atlantis is.
You mean the one that forgot to tell me that I wasn't a baby boomer?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Wow. Just checking.
So Atlantis is like. I don't want.
Shout out to my homegirl.
So Atlantis is like an underworld or whatever, under the water. So if you remember in Endgame, when I think it was Okoye was just like, you know, we've got a tsunami or whatever, and Black Widow was just like, so how are we handling it? And she was like, yo, it's an earthquake underwater. We handle it by not handling it, like it's all the way underwater. But it's the people of Atlantis. Now that it's starting to come out, it's like, oh, it's them, the underwater people. So like, if you notice, like there was mad flooding and stuff of the kingdom and all that other stuff in Wakanda. So that's straight out of the comic book. Namor floods the whole joint to take it down and all this other stuff. But if I'm not mistaken, in the comic book, I believe it's so Riri, whatever, she's out there, and like I said, she's super genius. So she's just like, yo, she discovers that there's vibranium under the water. So when they go under the water to get that vibranium, they realize, yo, there's a whole, you know, bunch of people who live down here. And then now they start to put it together. Yo, the earthquake, you know, then the tsunamis and all this other stuff that were happening. Where all these people, then in comes Namor, and Namor and Black Panther go toe to toe.
So Namor is an enemy to Black Panther.
Essentially.
Aha.
Or an enemy to Wakanda. Yeah. So my guess is, because I didn't read the comic book, this is just what, you know, through discussions and reading stuff online and talking to this woman. It's, I guess you can say they feel disturbed by the people coming down there to get their vibranium, although nobody knows they're there. And then that leads to war, if you will.
Okay, so that is what this particular.
That's my guess. I'm just going based on the trailer and the way the comic, because more than a lot of other people, Ryan seems to stick to the original, like, this is how the comic books went. He doesn't really add extra stuff in there. He seems to be one of the people who are better at just, you know, putting on the big screen what was in the comic book. So I'm going to assume he's sticking with it. And the mere fact that he has all these characters in the movie tell me that he's staying true to the comic book. So
yeah, because he seems like a comic book. What's the name as well?
Yeah, he seems like a comic book buff. I can see that.
Yeah.
But it's interesting. I'm looking forward to it.
Me too.
I'm kind of, even though I know it's not going to happen, I'm kind of hoping they don't show another trailer. But I mean, I know they're going to. But I don't want to see another trailer. Like, I am so good with this trailer.
Well, I mean, they I don't know how it could. They added more diversity because you have members of the Latinx community, you have members of the indigenous community, and Wakanda Forever. So they're expanding the scope of inclusion.
Yeah. Every time there's a Black Panther, I always wonder if Captain America or Winter Soldier is going to be in it. Some like secret appearance or something.
Well, after
I don't even want to talk about it.
It wasn't after
what, Endgame?
No, yeah, it wasn't. Show. Didn't Winter Soldier go back and
it was a show. He had the show on Disney. Captain America and Winter Soldier.
Oh yeah.
It was
not Captain Winter Soldier. It was Winter Soldier and
well, he's Captain America then.
Falcon and Winter
Then the
Soldier.
Falcon.
Falcon, yeah.
Same thing.
But he's Captain. As a matter of fact, he has a movie coming out too. But it's in
Falcon?
Like,
yeah, it's like next year though.
Yeah, it's like next year. Captain America something.
Yeah. The suit looked terrible.
The show was good though.
The show was great up until that last episode.
Chris didn't like that last episode because they started talking about black
and he had this whole monologue. It was just I have no problem.
You know, he doesn't like when you start talking about
No. That's not what I said. It's the difference when it's the difference when you have a show that's not related to, you know what I'm saying, like outside problems. Try to include that into the writing of the show. I feel like it has to be done in
like an
a
organic
seamless
fashion.
way. You know what I'm saying? An organic fashion, exactly. And I didn't feel like they did that very organically. Like when you have,
I thought that it was organic.
You went on a monologue for like 30 minutes, literally. In his suit, talking to the people.
Okay.
It's terrible. Terrible.
I mean,
well, outside of that last episode and that final 30 minutes, it was a good series.
It was.
And I love the banter between him and Winter Soldier.
Yeah.
I thought it was cute.
Oh, Bucky.
Yeah, I think they could have did a little better job with the sister's hair, but other than that.
I think my wife said the same thing. I think it was the hair and the accent.
Yes, yeah. Maybe it's a woman thing.
Now that I think of it, obviously Chris Evans isn't going to do it because he's not Captain America anymore. But I don't see any reason, because Sam didn't really have a connection with them like that. Bucky and Chris and, you know, the white Captain America did. But I don't know. I wouldn't mind seeing Winter Soldier.
What do you mean, Sam?
Sam.
Black
Sam Wilson. Anthony Mackie.
Oh yeah. Yeah, you're right.
See what happens when you start using people's names?
Yeah, I'm like, who? Okay.
Say Falcon.
Falcon. Okay. You're right. So I am overjoyed and so excited to see Wakanda Forever in November.
And it's not that far off. November's only a couple of months out.
Yep.
I hate when movies drop in to be like summer of 2029 and you be like, what? Like, what did you tell me about it now for?
All of Disney's releases have been within the year recently.
4 months, less than 4 months, because it's basically August now.
Yeah, they trying to catch up from when they wasn't producing stuff during COVID. Cause they just been dropping show after show, movie after movie. I'm marveling out.
It's just like, you get a show, you get a movie, you get a show, you get a movie.
It's too much.
Down there in that land, Tyler Perry getting that money.
But not Bank of America.
Gotta let it go.
That's what you call petty.
From what I'm seeing, looks like Coogler's about to do it again
In
bigger fashion.
Chris said sequels ain't good, but I think
this might be an exception.
Yeah.
Bad Boys 2 was amazing.
Oh yeah, I have a list of exceptions. All the Toy Story sequels, Bad Boys 2, Dark Knight. Yeah, there's a few exceptions, but typically speaking, sequels are never better than the originals.
And these Marvel folks they've been making multiples of these movies for quite some time now, so I think they should know what they're doing by now.
You would think so.
And shout out to Stan Lee for even coming up with it. Like, all these characters are created by a white dude. Shout out to Stan Lee. Rest in peace.
Rest in peace.
Stan Lee's the creator, right?
Yeah. Him and Jack Kirby.
That man was hard at work with those comics.
Yeah, man.
It's a lot of characters, man.
His family's gonna be eating off of this stuff for years and generations to come.
Forever. I'm sure a brother was in there somewhere in them writing rooms. I'm sure Jerome was somewhere in there.
And if he wasn't, Ryan's in there now.
Coogler! Everything's gonna be alright. Everything's gonna be alright. Everything's gonna be alright now.
In the original joint, he's married to Storm from X-Men.
He who?
Black Panther.
Black Panther.
Ah.
And she's the queen of Wakanda. It's pretty interesting.
Yeah, I'm really looking forward to this. And I don't really look forward to movies too much. I don't really be caring like that, but I'm actually, that trailer, like I said, the trailer was enough for me, man. Like, it hit every nerve I needed it to hit. It touched every sense it was supposed to, both emotionally, cinematically, it was everything that, and then the music. Like, it was just, sometimes, you just hit it out the park. I already know
how I am with music. And when you connect the music and the visual, and it is a marriage of cinematic bliss.
There we go. Yeah, that'd be fun.
Do that again, Noe. Okay. This is the Gen X.
I don't know.
Panther King lives in us.
Is it right there? Let me know.
I don't know that note.
No pun intended.
Oh, anybody who wants to decode the Wakanda text, go to typewakanda.com.
I didn't even know that existed. I didn't even know you knew that existed, to be honest.
I like to know what I'm reading, because they, like, they be showing the stuff, like, you see the text and you're just like, I don't know what that says. I'd like to know what that says. Now, the hard part is typing through your keyboard and hitting everything. Like, you got to pause it on the screen and just type through until you find the right letters. But it's all good.
That is dedication that I don't have.
It's like playing Wheel of Fortune. You just like picking out the letters, and it's just like, oh, I got it. The Panther King. And it's just like, haha, lives with us. Tell him what he's won.
Not a doggone thing. Can't wait to see it.
So who's putting on Who's putting on the suit in this one?
Oh, the sister.
You think the sister?
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, I saw some videos and read some stuff where people were like giving their takes on what they thought. Some people said Michael B. Jordan, and they were like, Killmonger's coming back. Doubt that. Some people said the sister. Some people said, what's Lupita's character?
Looks like a female's body though.
Okoye? No, not Okoye.
Is it Okoye? I might have been saying it wrong. See,
No.
now I gotta go and check.
Lupita's character is not Okoye.
I think it might be.
Isn't Okoye the head of the Dora Milaje?
That's what I was thinking.
Nope, you might be right.
Oh no, okay. Nakia.
Nakia, yes. Nakia. Yes.
Okay, I was right.
Never freeze.
Bang bang.
All right, so Ryan or Marvel or Disney up for debate is open for premiere tickets. Ryan, Marvel, or Disney up for debate would love to go to the premiere of Wakanda Forever as your guests.
Send them tickets.
FOC.
For the culture, we would love to be there and rep and have a good time and support the movie.
Thanks.
Let's make it happen.
Anyway, thank you all for watching this.
Wait a minute.
Oh.
So Chris, you think Sherry's putting on the suit?
It was a female body.
I'm just saying, like, just who do you think? Because
either the sister or the wife. One of the two.
Some thought Nakia, some thought Sherry, and some thought Okoye. And then there was one that thought Killmonger.
So you don't think Michael B. Jordan is coming back at all?
I mean, I don't know enough of the comic book to know whether or not Killmonger makes it out or whatever.
I'm only asking. I'm only wondering because of the fact that Chadwick is not, because he is not going to be able to come back. Maybe they rewrote it.
At the end, if I'm not mistaken, it looked like the suit. It looked similar to Killmonger's suit with the black and gold, as opposed to like the all black with like the silver around the neck. It looked like it was more black and gold. So, you never know, because that was Killmonger's suit, was black and gold, right? I think it's Shuri. If I'm not mistaken, in the comics, it is his sister who ends up putting it on. Don't know, but we'll see. So, who do you think it is, or who do you want it to be? What if it was Angela Bassett?
I was just about to say that.
I thought about Angela. That's the only one that I thought about. And I know that Angela has had action scenes in other movies.
What movie was that?
What you mean? Angela buffed up like a sumo wrestler in What's Love Got to Do with It?
Oh, that was years ago. I'm talking about like recently.
Well, she played the cop on what's that show? Something. But so I thought about her for that. And she's definitely fit.
She fit, but she ain't running around in no Black Panther costume.
I don't know. Because Shuri is so slim.
That's what the body figure of the
she's moggling. Like she's moggling. Like she like I just don't see it for her.
Yeah, okay. I mean, I don't know. I think based on the comic, it's the sister, but we'll see. Should be interesting. I thought it. I mean, obviously I think it'll be the sister, but I wouldn't be surprised if it was like Okoye because she's a fighter.
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
Or
Nakia fights too.
Maybe
but...
Nakia is just like, you know what? For my man, I'm gonna do anything.
So let me get that heart-shaped herb.
Anyway, thank you all for joining and participating in this special episode of Wakanda Forever, up for debate, with the three amigos.
Newly found Gen Xer.
The Gen Xer formerly known as the baby boomer from Brooklyn.
People was probably watching. It's like, oh my gosh, she looks so good for her age.
You know? She went from 60s to 40s in one week. Anyway, Gen Xer, Millennial, and that Gen Z gentleman
correspondent gentleman,
who is the correspondent from Gen Z land. Anyway, don't forget to subscribe and leave some comments. We love to hear from you, and we love to respond.
Bang.
Bang, bang. Until next time, everything's going to be all right. Everything's going to be all right. And of course, it's going to be up for debate. Love you guys. Good night.